Hello folks, welcome to Lester's. Joel in Oklahoma. This is your Lescom Enhanced Super DX86. Wanted to show you some of the things I've done to it already. Okay, I've upgraded the DC input buffer filter from a 1000 microfarad to a 3300 gold. Same thing with the voltage regulator buffer filter, upgraded from a 1000 to a 3300 gold. Upgraded your AM IF filter from a 25 kilohertz wide filter down to a 15 kilohertz wide filter. All right. I've also done the high cut mod, and right now with this jumper plugged in, high cut is on. If you want to turn high cut off, then you take off the bottom cover and remove that jumper. It just unplugs. Okay. All right. Already done the expansion. All that's working. I'm getting ready now to do the AD203. Okay. More to come. Okay, Joel. Got the AD203 installed on the lid, and that blue stuff there is Loctite. I got some blue Loctite, and I put a lot of it on there because I don't want the screws coming off and falling down in the radio. Okay, they're good and tight, but still, I want to make sure that they don't vibrate loose. All right, there's the switch for it. With the bat down, like it's shown now, the radio's upside down. So with the bat down, it's off, and bat up is on. It's close to your heat sink there, so it should be easy to find. Be between the antenna connector and the heat sink to flip it on and off. Okay. Already done the expansion. I think I told you that already. But upgraded your AM filter from a 25 kilohertz to this is a 20 kilohertz wide filter. Okay, I did I think I told you that too. If I already said this stuff and repeating myself, just ignore it. But there's your high cut filter. Right now with the jumper installed, high cut is on. If you want to turn high cut off, you have to take the bottom cover off, which has this guy in it, and unplug that, and that will cut off the high cut filter. But I don't think you want to do that because these things are really noisy without it. Alright, there's your speaker wire. Remember, this thing doesn't have a speaker in it anymore. Not enough room for that in a speaker. Alright, now this guy here was basically designed for just a regular old stock CB radio, like a Cobra 29. So what I've had to do, since you've got a dual final radio, Galaxy radio, I've had to tone it down some. Okay, and by that I mean I've had to limit the output power. Now your modulation and everything is still wide open, you know, I mean, it's 100%. So, you can turn the RF power all the way up. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend just running it at about 1 or 2 watts to drive into this thing, because the forward swing on this guy is going to be ridiculous. I'll show you here in a minute. But anyway, I've had to tone down the output of the radio. But if you ever decide to take this guy out and just run on the radio, you know, it's going to need to be tuned up, basically. Now, also another thing, your little SWR sensor board, which goes right there in that slot, I've taken that out as well. And I'll send all these parts that I took out, I'll send them to you. But the reason I took it out is because it's just going to be reading between the radio and the amp. It's not going to show you anything about the antenna. You need to use an external SWR meter, power meter for your antenna, okay? Don't rely on the one in the radio anyway. But as you can see, that little guy would be in the way. So took him out. We can always put it back in if you want to. But I'm pretty much finished with the radio. That's what it looks like inside. And of course, heatsink compound, that stuff just gets everywhere. No matter what you do. Gets on the cables, you know, it gets on everything. But you got to have it to keep things cool. Now, I'm going to send you an extra fuse as well. That's a 10-amp fuse. It's a special size. Okay? That'll be included in with all these parts that I've taken out. And I showed you that I replaced the DC input buffer filter with a 3300, and also the voltage regulator buffer filter has been replaced with a 3300. Also upgraded your first RF transistor. It's now 2SC2999. And I showed you the filter already. Okay? Alright, Joel. Let me get it put back together and we'll do a final video with some power. More to come. Okay, here's the receiver. That's 100 microvolts on channel 20. We're reading a little over S9. I don't know if you can see that or not. Those meters usually wash out because of that blue light. Hopefully you can see the scale behind it. That's a little bit over S9. And that's because of that 2SC2999. Okay? That's on channel 20 on AM. Let's switch to lower sideband. And again, a little bit over 9 S units. I'll switch to upper side. I'll have to switch that guy there up. And again, a little bit over S9. Okay? Alright, more to come. Okay, Joel, there she is, buddy. Let's get over here and do some power checks. I got a 100 watt slug in RMS and a 100 watt slug in PEP. So we're going to be reading on the bottom scale on both meters. But I do have the multiplier on ×2 for the PEP meter. And I'll show you why I've got it set like that in just a minute. Because it's going to exceed the 100 watts with the little amp turned on. Okay. Now remember, the amp switch is right next to the heatsink. I'll turn the radio around in just a minute. But I'm on AM now. Actually, I'm not. I'm on FM, or sideband. Okay, power's all the way up. Amp is off. Dead kin about 10 watts. Okay. Now I'm going to reach around and turn the amp on. Actually, I already turned the amp on. Boy, I tell you what. Why don't we start this video again? Okay. We're going to be reading on the bottom scale on both meters. The PEP meters on ×2. I'm on AM, channel 20. The amp is on. Actually, let's turn the amp off and start. Okay, I've got it set for almost 4.5 watts. Okay. Hello audio, audio 1 2, 1 2 audio, audio hello. That's with the amplifier off. Okay. Now this is with the amp on. Audio hello, hello audio. Yeah, that's over 120 watts. Hello audio, audio 1 2. Now that's 120 watts PEP. Okay. We're doing about, let's see, that's 10, 12, 14, about 16 watts RMS. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2. So I multiplied it like 4 times. But look at that forward swing on PEP power. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2. 1, 2, audio. And that was on AM. Now I'm going to switch to sideband. I'm going to turn the amplifier back off. Going to leave the meter set where they are. Hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio. So it does almost 30 watts RMS with the amp off on sideband. I'm going to turn the amp on. Hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio, hello, hello, audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. And again, about 120 watts PEP. Now, like I said, I would recommend you keep the power turned down. I would set the power knob, let me show you. Set the power knob at about 12 o'clock on the AM. Alright, just like that. Just about 12 o'clock. That's that outer knob, that's your power knob. Set it at 12 o'clock. You can see we're dead keying about 8 watts. Audio, 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 audio. But look at that forward swing. Now that was on AM. Dang us. That almost 160 watts. I think that's reading a little high. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Audio, hello. But it does have, this is the new AD203 board, which has the different transistors in it, different MOSFETs. So it does do a little bit extra power, okay? Now these come straight from Italy, so they're the latest ones. Alright. Joel, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to set it up for you. 7-3 everybody. Oops, sorry. 7-3 everybody. Stay safe.